friends, welcome to GATE Academy. I hope everyone give their GATE questions or GATE examinations in a better way. In this session, we'll see, from whatever the memory based questions, I have some memory based questions with me. We'll try to see the key for these questions, and this is subjected to variations also. All these things are memory based questions. Whatever that people were able to remember, I am giving key for those questions. I am just discussing it over here. If you find there is any differences in the questions, please let me know. Okay. So we'll be seeing different questions over here. The first question that is given to you, I have is gypsum added in the cement is due to gypsum is added to prevent quick setting time, right? So that is a major property of the gypsum, prevent quick setting, or in order to delay the setting we are going to add gypsum in the cement. Why gypsum is added? Gypsum is added in the cement in order to prevent, gypsum is added to prevent quick setting. Fine. So that's a very basic question. Next one, I have this. What are the dimensions of kinematic viscosity? He is asking what is the dimensions of kinematic viscosity. Kinematic viscosity, if you remember, that is well and good. If not, kinematic viscosity is equals to dynamic viscosity upon rho. So what is the units of dynamic viscosity? Newton second per meter square, and for this one it is kg per meter cube, right? Kg per meter cube. Or if you try to write this in terms of newtons, is generally equals to kg meter per second square. Okay, so finally this is kg meter per second square, second per meter square upon kg per meter cube. First I will try to write down the units. So this will be generally equals to, see, this is only if you don't remember. If you remember, then it's okay. This is generally meter square per second. So if meter square per second means L square by T. This is the dimensions. If you remember the units, that is well and good. If you don't remember the units also, you can prove something like this. So answer would be L square by T. Direct question. If you remember, fine. Okay. So only one person said, hello sir. What about the other guys? Keep on commenting so that I'll understand what exactly is happening with you. Fine. Next question. The equations for deformation. Equation for deformation is derived as y is equals to x square minus xl. Equation for deformation is given as y is equals to x square minus xl. A beam is given to you in something like this. A beam is given to you something like this, and there is something in the y direction and there is something in the x direction. This is y and this one is x. This one is x, and there, let us say the deformation of curve is something like this. Deformation of the curve is something like this, and length is L. What he is asking? He is asking the curvature, right? In the question he is asking curvature at midspan. Curvature of beam at midspan. Fine. Curvature of the beam at midspan. So curvature is generally 1 by r, that is equals to d square y upon dx square upon 1 plus dy by dx whole square whole to the power of 3 by 2. Okay, y is equals to x square upon x square minus xl. So dy by dx would be equals to 2x minus l at x is equals to l by 2 dy by dx. Dy by dx would be equals to 2 into L by 2 minus L, that is 0. So So dy by dx is equals to 0 at x is equals to L by 2. What is d square y by dx square? It is 2. At x is equals to L by 2 also, d square y upon dx square equals to 2. So answer, if you directly substitute, this is 2 upon 1 plus 0 whole to the power of 3 by 2. So answer is 2. Curvature is equals to 1 by r, that is equals to 2. Very basic answer. Harshit Prasad, if you ask me the level of the paper, from whatever the questions I got, I can say that some there are easy questions as well as tough questions in second paper. Like up to 75% there are easy questions and 25% there is tough questions. You can 75% it's very easy, can be solved by everyone. In the morning session there are 2 questions, hardly 2 to 3 questions that is tough, but rest of the questions are very much easy, very much easy. That's what I can say. Next question is, a highway designed for 80 kilometers per hour speed is equals to 80 kilometers per hour. Highway designed for 80 kilometers per hour speed has a horizontal curve section with radius is equals to 250 meters. It is designed, if the design lateral friction is fully developed, he is asking what is the super elevation is required. He is saying lateral friction is fully developed. Fully developed means F value is 0.15. What is super elevation he is asking? E plus F is equals to V square upon 127 R. Directly substituted. 80 square upon 127 into R is 250 minus 0.15. So answer for this one is I don't have calculator with me. 80 multiplied with 80 divided by 127 divided by 250 minus 0.15. So very basic thing, 0.05. So there are options also, easy question. Okay. If there is anything wrong in the questions, please let me know so that we can correct it. This is how you are going to solve this. A E value super elevation is equals to 0.05. Next, spot speed of the vehicle. Observed at a point on highway or different spot speeds is given to you 40, 55, 60, 65 and 80 kilometers per hour. 60, 65 and 80 kilometers per hour. The space mean speed of the observed vehicles is asking. So space mean speed of the observed vehicles, if he is asking, that is harmonic mean of all the speeds. Harmonic mean of all the speeds, you will get the space mean speed. So that means how many speeds are here? This is 6. 1 by space mean speed is equals to 6 upon 1 by 6 or 5, right? 5 upon 1 by 40 plus 1 by 55 plus 1 by 60 plus 1 by 65 plus 1 upon 80. Fine. So space means speed. Time means speed is the arithmetic mean. Space means speed is the harmonic mean. So if I have to solve this, it would be something like this. 1 divided by 40 plus 1 divided by 55, 1 divided by 55 plus 1 divided by 60 plus 1 divided by 65 plus 1 divided by 80, right? 5 upon 0.087. So approximately you will get somewhere around 57 point, this is 5 only, right? So approximately you will get about 57.5 kilometers per hour. Right? So this will be approximately 57.5. Calculate. So this is, I hope there is no calculation mistakes. 1 divided by 40 plus 1 divided by 55 plus 1 by 60 plus 1 by 65 plus 1 by 80. So approximately you will get 57.5. You can check your calculations, but this is how you are going to do this. Space means speed. Only for watching, many people might not be knowing or what. So this is space means speed. He is asking space means speed. Space means speed is always arithmetic mean. Space means speed is arithmetic mean. Space means speed is arithmetic mean. Okay. Next one is next question is from your surveying. Select the incorrect statement. First reading from the level station is foresight. No, first reading from the level station is backside. First reading is asking to find incorrect statement. First reading in level station. First reading in level station is backside. First reading in level station is backside. So that is incorrect statement. He has given first reading from the level station is foresight. No, it is wrong. First reading from the level station is backside. Planimeter is used for measuring area. Yeah, that is true. Contours of different intervals may intersect. Of course, in overhanging cliff, you might have seen contours of different intervals may intersect each other in overhanging cliff. It looks like that. Next, basic principle of survey is whole to part. So that is also correct. The only thing that is wrong is first reading in the level station is backside. It is not foresight. Yeah, definitely we'll try to do that. Harinath. Next, shape of most commonly designed vertical curve is shape of most commonly designed vertical curve. There are two types of vertical curves: summit curve, valley curves. The most preferable is circular, but designed is square parabola. Preferable is circular, designed is square parabola, and valley curve preferable is cubic parabola. Whereas designed is square parabola. This is preferable, and this is designed. So answer would be parabolic. Square parabola, parabolic. Fine. Next one. There is a traversing question. Traversing is carried out for a closed traverse PQRS. The internal angles at the vertices PQRS are measured as 92 degrees, 68 degrees, 123 degrees and 77 degrees respectively. If forebearing of line PQ is 27 degrees, the forebearing of line RS is, right? So let us say there is PQRS P, and he has given forebearing of line PQ as 27 degrees. Forebearing of line PQ as 27 degrees. And he is saying the traverse is a closed traverse. So let us assume, I don't know exactly how this will be, PQRS. let us assume, I don't know exactly what this thing, whenever a question from surveying comes, you just have to draw it, automatically you will get your answers. So if this is 27 degrees and he has set the included angle, what is the angle at P? 92 degrees, angle at Q is 68 degrees, angle at R is how much? 123 degrees, angle at R is 123 degrees, and then angle at S is equals to 77 degrees. Angle at S is equals to 77 degrees. What he is asking, what is the forebearing of line? RS. He is asking the forebearing of line RS. How you are going to find out? If this is 27 degrees, this is 27 degrees, this is 92 degrees, 27 degrees, this is 92 degrees. What would be this angle? This angle would be 92 plus 27, 9, 119 and 120. So this will be 60, 119. So this is 61 degrees. Fine. So this is 61 degrees. If this is 61 degrees, this one is also 61 degrees, because this line with respect to vertical, it is making 61 degrees. So if that is 61 degrees, this is 27, this is 61 degrees. This is 61 degrees. If this is 61 degrees, this angle is 16 degrees. This angle is 16 degrees. This line with respect to vertical is making 16 degrees. So this angle is 16 degrees. This angle is 16 degrees, and this whole angle, this is 180 degrees. Total it would be 196 degrees. Forebearing of line RS is 196 degrees. And if you check some of the angles, it is 360 degrees only. 92 plus 68, 10, it is 160, 160 plus 200, that is 360 degrees only. So there is no question of local attraction and all those things. Simply by applying everything, you will get this as 196 degrees. Fine. So the answer would be 196 degrees for this question. Very basic questions. Next, he is asking to employ stiffness matrix method for this question. And he is asking what is the deflection at the midspan of the beam. Deflection at the midspan of the beam subjected to load like this. It is subjected to load P, and here it is something like this, right? And this one is E comma 2I, and this one is E comma I, L by 2, L upon 2, L by 2, L upon 2, L upon 2, this is also L upon 2, and this one is also L upon 2. Fine. He is asking what is the deflection at the midspan. Deflection at the midspan, length L is given as 8 meters, E is given as 3 into 10 to the power of 4 Newton per mm square, I equals to 225 into 10 to the power of 6 mm to the power of 4. Units are very much important. He is just asking what is the midspan deflection. How you are going to find out midspan deflection? In a simple way, if you are trying to find out the midspan deflection, generally I prefer for these type of questions, this can be solved by strain energy method, moment area method, any method. For these type of things, I'll generally prefer conjugate beam method. If you are trying to solve from conjugate beam method, first draw bending moment diagram. Bending moment diagram would be central load, so this would be PL by 4, PL upon 4. Now if I try to draw M by EI diagram, M upon EI diagram, if I try to draw, M upon EI diagram, if I try to draw, this is 2I, right? So this value will be reduced and this value will be same like this. That means this is PL by 4 EI and this one is PL upon 2 EI. This is L by 2, this one is also L by 2. PL upon 2 EI, PL upon 8 EI, sorry, this is PL upon 8 EI, this is PL upon 2 EI. So try to convert this into the conjugate beam. This is the conjugate beam, right? Conjugate beam with supports here. There is some supports. If I take this as A, B, C, so here it would be reaction A and reaction at C. If you want deflection at C, if deflection at B, right? We want deflection at B. If you want deflection at B, just find out moment at B. Just find out moment at B. If you want deflection at B, find out moment at B. So deflection at B equals to indirectly moment at B in conjugate beam. Conjugate beam. Moment at B and conjugate beam. For that, find out the reactions. RB plus RC equals to half into L by 2 multiplied with PL upon 8EI, or first we'll try to find out reaction at A. Just try to find out reaction at A. So for finding out reaction at A, take moments about C equals to 0. If I take moments about C equals to 0, reaction at A multiplied with L minus half into L by 2 into PL upon 4 EI multiplied with 2 by 3 times L by 2 minus half into L by 2 into PL upon 8 EI multiplied with L by 2 plus 1 by 3 times L by 2. Just taking moments because of this area about this point, because of this area about this point, or everything you have to take about this point. Fine. So finally, if I try to calculate, RA would be approximately, this is PL cube upon PL square upon 8648, and this one is L by 2 plus 1 by 3 times L by 2. L by 2 plus L by 6 is 3, 2 by 3, 2 gets cancelled. So this is 8 3 is 24, 48. So this approximately you will get it as PL square upon 24 EI. PL square upon 24 EI. Moment at B, that would be equals to RA into L by 2 minus moment due to this load. Moment due to this load, half into L by 2, all those things. Moment due to this load minus half multiplied with L by 2 multiplied with PL upon 8 EI multiplied with 1 by 3 times L by 2. So that is moment at B. So moment at B, PL square upon 24 EI multiplied with L by 2 minus P L cube upon 32 PL upon 8 EI. So 8 4 is 32, 32 into 6, 192 EI. So this is 48, 3. So this would be equal to PL cube upon 96 EI, right? So deflection at the center, you will get it as PL cube upon 96 EI. Substitute everything. P is given to you as 100 kilonewtons, right? So delta at B is equals to 100 kilonewtons, 10 to the power of 3, 8 into 10 to the power of 3 whole cube, converting everything into mm, Newton mm, and this one is PL cube upon 96 EI. E is given to you as 3 into 10 to the power of 4 multiplied with 225 into 10 to the power of 6. Fine. So approximately how much you will be getting is 100 multiplied with 8 divided by 96 divided by 3 96, and then this one is 100 into 100 multiplied with 8 cube, 10 power 3 into 10 to the power of 9 is 10 to the power of 12, and this is 96 multiplied with 3 into 10 to the power of 4 multiplied with 225 into 10 to the power of 6, 10, so this would be 10 square, and 100 into 100 multiplied with 8 divided by 96 divided by 3 divided by 225 multiplied with 100. So approximately you will get 79.01 mm. 79.01 mm. So just substitution of basic things, you will get the answer for this. So 79.01 mm will be the answer for this problem. PL cube upon 96 EI. Substitute everything. P is 100, L cube is mm. If I substitute 8 into 10 to the power of 3, 96 upon 3 into 225. Fine. So this is one of the problem. Next one is, if water is flowing at same depth, in most hydraulically efficient triangular and rectangular channel section, if water is flowing in same depth in most hydraulically efficient triangular and rectangular channel section, then the ratio of hydraulic radius of triangular section to the rectangular section, and rectangular section. He is saying hydraulically most efficient rectangular section and hydraulically most efficient triangular section, right? Hydraulically most efficient rectangular section and hydraulically most efficient triangular section. Fine. So hydraulically most efficient triangular section means this angle is 45 degrees and this angle is 45 degrees. Hydraulically most efficient rectangular section means B equals to 2y if depth is y. Fine. And R would be how much? R would be equals to y by 2 for most efficient sections. This is most efficient sections. R is equals to y by 2 for this, and R, if this is y, this is also y, this is also y. R equals to A by P. If you remember, it's fine. If not, you can find out like this. A would be equals to half y into 2y, and this is root 2y plus root 2y. So y square upon 2 root 2y, R equals to y upon 2 root 2. R equals to y upon 2 root 2. This is R for triangle, this is R for rectangle. What is the ratio he has asked? Hydraulic radius of triangular section to that of rectangular section. R for T upon R for R, that is y upon 2 root 2 upon y upon 2, that is equals to 1 upon root 2. Radius of triangular section upon radius of hydraulic radius of rectangular section is 1 upon root 2. Simple answer. Fine. So this is one type of the question. Next is only 14 watching, no comments. Keep on commenting, guys, and any doubts also we can discuss here. On the road, the speed density relationship of a traffic stream is given as U equals to 70 minus 0.7 K. U equals to 70 minus 0.7 K. At capacity condition, the average time headway is asking. At capacity condition means maximum flow condition. maximum flow condition. What is the time headway is asking? U, if I take 70 common, 0.7 K upon 70, so that is equals to 70 minus multiplied with 1 minus 1 K by 100, that is U. So free mean speed is equals to 70. If you relate this equation with 1 VSF K upon Kj, VSF into 1 minus K upon Kj, VSF is equals to 70, Kj equals to 100. Fine. If VSF is equals to 70, Kj is equals to 100, Q is equals to generally VSF multiplied with Kj by 4, 70 multiplied with 100 upon 4. 70 multiplied with 100 upon 4. So answer would be 70 multiplied with 100 upon 4. 1750 vehicles per hour. And what he has asked? He has asked time headway. Time headway would be equals to 3600 by Q, that is 3600 upon 1750. 3600 upon 1750. So this will be approximately 2.06 seconds. Simple questions. 2.06, your option is 2.1, so you can take 2.1 second. This is one question. Next one is a signalized intersection operates in two phases. A signalized intersection operates in two phases. Lost time per phase is 3 seconds. This is lost time per phase. Lost time per phase is 3 seconds. Maximum ratios of approach flow to saturation flow. Maximum ratios of approach flow to saturation flow is 0.37 and there is 0.4. He is asking optimum cycle length using Webster's method in second phase. Optimum cycle length using Webster's method 1.5 L plus 5 upon 1 minus Y. 1.5. Total lost time. This is two-phase system he is saying, right? Two-phase system. So total lost time would be 2 into 3 plus 5 upon 1 minus 0.37 plus 4. 1 minus 0.37 plus 4. So how much you are going to get this as? (1.5) multiplied with 6 plus 5 divided by 1 minus 0.37 minus 0.4. So this is approximately 60.87 seconds. 6 into 3 by 2, 9 plus 5, 15. So cycle length is 60.81 seconds. Approximately you can write it down as 61 seconds. Fine. Direct application of formula, nothing else. Direct application of formula, nothing else in this type of questions. Fine. And this question, very rarely you expect these type of questions, but this is a good question actually. The longitudinal section of a runway provides following data. He is saying the longitudinal section of runway provides following data: elevation in meters, gradient. Elevation in meters, gradient. So this is 0 to 300, 1.2 plus 1.2, and this is 300 to 600, and 300 to 600 minus 0.7, and 600 to 1100 plus 0.6, 1100 to 1400 minus 0.8, 1400 to 1700 minus 1.0. These are gradients. These are gradients, right? So if these are the gradients, what he is asking is effective gradient of the runway. He is asking us to find out what is effective gradient of runway. You are getting it? Effective gradient of runway. See, yesterday we have, when solved this question, we got some new questions. So try to follow this if you have any doubts. So 0 to 300 meters, 0 to 300 meters, gradient is 1.2, gradient is plus 1.2 means what would be the elevation? Elevation is 300 into 1.2, 36. So this would be 36 meters or what? 1.2 by 100 in percentage. If I take 300 multiplied with 1.2 divided by 100, so this is 3.6 meters. This is in percentage. So elevation is 3.6 meters. From 0 to 300 there is plus 3.6 meters. This is plus 3.6 meters. Now what they are saying, minus 0.7%, minus 0.7%, 300 minus point. So elevation from 0 to 300, 300 to 600, 600 to 1100, directly there is 1100, 1100 to 1400, 1400 to 1700, let us say. Fine. He said plus 1.2% means, plus 1.2% means for 100 meters there is rise of 1.2, then for 300 meters there will be rise of 3.6 meters, there will be rise of 3.6 meters. Similarly, how you are going to find out elevation? Distance between these two things is 300 meters, so 0.7 into 300, 0.7 by 100 into 300 by 100, so this would be minus 2.1 meters. So from here to here, there is a fall of 2.1 meters. This is minus 2.1 meters. Okay, so there is a fall of 2.1. This is 3.6 and this fall is 2.1 meters. Fine. This fall is 2.1 meters. Next one is 2.1 meters. Next one is from 600 to 1100, it is 0.6. So 0.6 multiplied with 0.6 by 100 multiplied with 500, so this is equals to 3 meters. There is a further rise of 3 meters. So 0.5 plus 3, this would be 3.5. There is rise of 3 meters. And from 1100 to 1400, there is a fall of minus 0.8. So this is equals to minus 0.8 multiplied with 300 by 100. So that is equals to minus 2.4. This is from here, it is 3 meters, right? This will rise by 3 meters. And from here 3.5, it will fall by 5. It will fall by an amount of 2.4 meters. 3.5 minus 2.4, 0.9. And finally this is 1. So minus 1 into distance is 300, 300 upon 100. So this will fall by 3 meters. Minus 3 meters. So this distance is 2.4. So if this is 0.9, this would be 0.9. This is 0.5. This is also 0.5 meters. So this is it will go minus. 2.1 meters. 2.1 meters. 2.1 plus 0.9 it is 3 meters. Fine. This is how you are going to find out your effective, you will draw the profile. Once you got the profile, the maximum rise is how much? 3.5 meters. Maximum rise is 3.5 meters. What is the maximum fall? Maximum fall is 2.1 meters. Maximum rise is 3.1 meters. Maximum fall is 2.5 meters. 2.1 meters. So effective gradient, if you try to write effective gradient, if we try to find out, that would be equals to 3.5 minus of minus 2.1 upon total length. Total length is 1700 meters. 1700 meters. So this value would be 5.6 upon 1700 multiplied with 100. If you want it in percentage, multiplied with 100. So value is equals to 5.6 upon 17.
Questions are there.
Fine, sir. We'll discuss second one also. After what time?
No. How much questions are there? How many questions? Half an hour will take, no? Yeah.
So answer would be 5.6 divided by 17. It would be 0.33 percentage. 0.33 percentage. Very less people are seeing, only 8 people are watching. It's okay, well and good. See guys here, so effective gradient you got 0.33 percentage. This is how you are going to solve these type of questions. This is one good question actually. This is first of its kind that you are seeing in GATE. So answer for these type of questions will be something like this. So what you have to do is, there is gradient, percentage in gradient is given to you. Find out the elevations, 3.6 meters elevation. Oh, this is 3.6 minus 2.1. Sorry, don't do calculation mistakes. 1.5. 1.5 plus 3, 4.5. 4.5 minus 2.4. 4.5 minus 2.4. 4.5 minus 2.4 is 2.1. If this is 2.1, this is 0.9. Sorry. Don't do calculation mistakes like me. If you do calculation mistakes like me, you will be at the end, it will be failed. So 4.5 minus of minus 0.9. 4.5 minus of minus 0.9. Yeah. So this is 3.6. 3.6 minus 2.1. It will go like this. So if this is fall is 2.1. This is 1.5. From 1.5 there is plus 3. Rise is plus 3. So plus 3. Total height would be 4.5 meters. Then there is fall of 2.4. So 2.4 means this is 2.1 meters. Then further there is a fall of 3 meters. So 2.1 plus 0.9, that is 3 meters. Once maximum rise is 4.5 meters. Maximum fall is 0.9 meters. Maximum fall is 0.9 meters. Maximum fall is 0.9 meters. So it is 4.5 minus of minus 0.9. That is approximately 5.4. 5.4. 5.4, 17 3 is 51 only. 5.4 upon 17, 5.4 divided by 17, 0.317, 0.32%. So be very much careful, don't do calculation mistakes. This is how you are going to solve these type of questions. 0.32%. 0.32%. Next question is 0.32%. Next question is, a column is connected to bracket connection shown in the figure. What is the resultant force at R? Column is connected to the bracket connection shown in the figure. What is the resultant force at R? If you are trying to find out what is the resultant force at R, kilonewtons. If this is 60 kilonewtons, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 6 number of bolts are there, and 30 mm, and this one is also 30 mm, and this is 40 mm. This one is also 40 mm. This is 40 mm. This one is also 40 mm, and this whole thing is 100 mm. Eccentricity is given to you as 100 mm. He is asking what is the resultant force R in this bolt. Resultant force R in this bolt. If you want to find out resultant force, how exactly you will calculate? Under root of F1 square plus F2 square plus 2 F1 F2 cos theta. Under root of F1 square plus F2 square plus 2 F1 F2 cos theta. If you are going to do like something like this, then how you are going to find out F1? F1 is equals to P upon number of bolts, because all the bolts are of equal area. P is given to you as 60 kilonewtons. 60 kilonewtons upon number of bolts is equals to 10 kilonewtons. F1 equals to 10 kilonewtons. And F2, if you want to find out F2, let us say this is F1. F1 will be acting something like this. If you want to find out the F2, what exactly you have to do is you have to find out this radial distances, right? Radial distances. If this is 40, if this is 30, this is 40, this will be 50, this will also be 50, this will also be 50, this will also be 50, and this is 40, this distance is also 40, right? So total R, F2 would be equals to PE multiplied with R upon sigma Ri square, right? PE multiplied with R, we know P, we know R, but we have to find out force in bolt R. He is asking only for R, not for everything. So P is 60 kilonewtons, 60 into 10 to the power of 3, and then, or you can keep it in kilonewtons only, 60 kilonewtons multiplied with E is 100 mm. R for R is equals to 40 mm upon 40 square plus 40 square plus 4 times 50 square plus 4 times 50 square. 2 times 40 square plus 4 times 50 square. Answer would be 60 multiplied with 100 multiplied with 40 divided by 4 times 50 plus 2 times 40. So this value is 18.18 kilonewtons. 2 times 40 square plus 4 times 50 square, 2 times 40 multiplied with 40 plus 4 times 50 multiplied with 50. So 1320060 multiplied with 100 multiplied with 40 divided by 13200, 18.18 kilo newtons. You got F1 and F2. Now idea is to find out theta. What is the value of theta? Generally theta, or if F1 will always acts in downwards. If I take for bolt R, F1 acts downwards, and from the centroid line is something like this. How exactly F2 will act? It tries to bend like this, and F2 will be generally perpendicular to this line. So it is equals to F2. Generally F2 would be perpendicular to this line. If you see for this one, F2 would be like this, F2 would be like this, F2 for this one, F2 for this one, F2 for this one, F2. This will be perpendicular to this one, and it is trying to rotate like this. So this is how this will be. So since it is like this, theta is equals to how much? 0 degrees. Now F is equals to under root of F1 square plus F2 square plus 2F1 F2 cos theta, right? Under root of 10 square plus 18.18 square plus 2 into 10 into 18.18 multiplied with cos 0. Cos 0. So how you are going to get this is multiplied with 10 plus 18.18 multiplied with 18.18 plus 2 into 10 multiplied with 18.18, 794.112, 794.112. So answer would be approximately 28.18 kilo newtons. So very basic question. Since I have solved, it is taking this much amount of time and explaining. If you are going to solve it, it will take very less amount of time. So answer would be 28.18 kilonewtons. Only 5 watching. Keep on share, guys. And yeah, this is for global. Many people from South India, if they want, this is the better opportunity for them to get the answers. Maximum number of questions were covered in this. So keep on doing it. Try to share with your friends, share with your other guys. So if this is P, this is also P, let us say. If this is P, this is also P, and there is hinge support here, and there is a roller support here. There is hinge support and there is a roller support here. The value over here is P, the value over here is P, and this one is 3 meters. This one is also 3 meters. This is 3 meters, this is also 3 meters. E, F, G, H. What he is asking, our axial rigidity AE is given to you as 500 into 10 to the power of 3 kilonewtons. Axial rigidity is given to you. Force, P force is equals to 150 kilonewtons. P force is equals to 150 kilonewtons. He is asking what is the horizontal displacement at G. What is the horizontal displacement at G? Fine. So AE is 500 into 10 to the power of 3 kilonewtons. P is 150 kilonewtons. He is asking what is the horizontal displacement at G. You can go by unit load method. So first we have to find out forces in the members due to externally applied loads. Forces in the members due to externally applied loads. Forces in the members due to externally applied loads. If this is P, this is also P, this is P, this is also P. Fine. So if this is P, this is also P, and force in this member is 0. Force in this member is 0. because there is no vertical load over here, so force in that member is 0. If this is P, this is B, force in this member is 0. Similarly, force in this member is 0, force in this member is equals to 0. So all what you got is, this is F, G, E, H. There is only one force in the member, G. That is what you are going to get here. Next, force due to unit load. Forces in the members due to unit load. Forces in the members due to unit load. If I try to find that out, apply a unit load in this direction. Apply a unit load in this direction. So unit load here, in this the unit load would be 1. Here it is 0. If 0 here, because there is no vertical load, here it would be 0, and if we calculate force in this member would be root 2 towards the joint, so force in this member would be away from the joint. If it is towards the joint, away from the joint, 1 kilonewton. Because of unit load, this is the forces that you are going to get in the members. Finally, delta. Delta would be equals to sigma PKL upon AE, right? So force in all the other members is 0. So just we have to worry about force in member FG, because 0 multiplied with 1 is 0, 0 multiplied with root 2 is 0, 0 multiplied with 0 is 0, similarly 1 multiplied with 0 is 0. Only there will be force in the member BC, or deflection will be due to the force in member FG, P into 1, sigma PKL upon AE, P into 1 multiplied with 3 upon AE, right? What is the value of P given to you? 150 kilonewtons. 150 kilonewtons. Fine. And this is 1 and this is 3 upon 500 into 10 to the power of 3 kilonewtons. Finally, you will get this in meters. Convert that to mm multiplied with 10,000. So 150 into 3 upon 500. 150 multiplied with 3 divided by 500. So it would be 0.9 mm. 0.9 mm. Simple. 0.9 mm. Direct application of forces. .9 mm. This is one question. Where is Amit Zarwal sir? He'll come, don't worry, he'll come and he is going to take geotechnical for you. No issues in that. And please correct me if this question is wrong, because I don't know exactly what is the question here. So if you see something like this, there is hinge support and there is some roller support here. There is hinge support and there is roller support, and there is a reaction. There is some force F here. Force F. Now if this is P, Q, R, S, T. If this is P, Q, R, S, T, and this one is 2A, A, this is 2A, A, and this is also A, this is also A, this is also A, this one is also A, and this one is also A. Here if it is L, this is L. He is asking what is the force in member. If L is equals to 2 meters, and then I is given to you as 8.33 into 10 to the power of 6 mm to the power of 4, and F is equals to 10 root 3 kilonewtons. 10 root 3 kilonewtons. A equals to 10 to the power of 4 A equals to 10 to the power of 4 mm square, 10 to the power of 4 mm square. What is the compressive stress in QR? He is asking not force but stress. What is the compressive stress in QR? Stress in QR. I hope the question is correct. अमन सिंह न्यू टॉपिक से बहुत कम पूछा है. Whatever the old topics, new questions came from old topics, but there are no questions from new topics. Fine. So stress in QR they are asking. Stress in QR would be equals to force upon area. Force upon area. So in this member, I think there is only force F here. If there is any change in it, please let me know. So if this is force F, this would be F by 2, this would be F by 2 because of the equilibrium. Fine. So if this is force F, this will be equal to F by 2, F by 2. Angles is also not given to us. Angles is also not given to us. If I take everything is of same angle. Since from symmetry, this must be equal to this. Right? We can write down, we can write that. From symmetry, you can easily say force in QT will be equals to force in TR. Just from the symmetry, exactly don't know what is this value. So, if I take this as some theta, this will also be theta. FQT is equals to FTR, right? So from this what you can write, this is one way FQT is equals to FTR from symmetry, and FQT cos theta plus FTR cos theta equals to F. Either you can do it like this or you can go from the method of sections also. Cut the section here, cut the section here, cut the section here and take the moments about T. If I cut the section and taking moments about T, what exactly I'll get is, this is something like this, thing like this. There is F by 2, F by 2 from here, right? And if I take this as T, I have cut this section something like this. And I want force in QR. Force in QR. If this is force in QR and this is, let us say, length L. Right? Internal angle is not given to me in the question. If I try to find out the internal angle, take summation of moments about T equals to 0. If I take summation of moment about T is equals to 0, F by 2 into L is the clockwise moment and minus FQR into this vertical distance I want. Vertical distance, any idea? Just a minute. You are from mechanical, can I expect that no questions will from new topics? No, you can't say that. In civil you didn't get it, but expectations we can't say, because if they want to change, they can change. Aman, you can't exactly say whether you can expect a question from that or not. So this is the vertical distance. This vertical distance is not given to me, but if I take this as some 60 degrees, so this would be equals to root 3 by 2 L. So this would be equals to root 3 by 2L, that is equals to 0 from this FQR. FQR is equals to F by root 3. F upon root 3. If it is F upon root 3 over here, stress is equals to force upon area, FQR upon area of QR. FQR is equals to F by root 3, that is 10 root 3 upon root 3 upon AQR. Area of QR is 2 into area, that is 2 times A, 10 kilonewtons, 10 into 10 to the power of 3 newtons upon 2 into, they are asking in kilonewtons only here, 10 kilonewtons, 2 into 10 to the power of 4 mm square multiplied with 10 to the power of minus 3 whole square, that is kilonewton per meter square. Units are important, this is 5, so 500 kilonewton per meter square, 500 kilonewton per meter square. Units are very much important. He is asking in kilonewton per meter square, so please have a look into it. Only one people is watching. Who is that person? Great guy. Fine. So the next question. Next question is your there is some thing like select the correct statement from your surveying. Boundary of the water of a calm water pond will represent contour line. Yeah, true. You can say that boundary of the water of a calm, boundary means top layer of the water indirectly represents the contour line. It's true. This is true. Indirectly represents contour line, that means elevation. So that is true. Next, if WCB of a line is 270 degrees, its reduced bearing, the WCB of the line is 270 degrees. 270 degrees means it is exactly, WCB of line is 270 degrees, this is exactly 270 degrees. What is the reduced bearing of the line? Reduced bearing of the line is 90 degrees. So you can write north 90 degrees west. It is given in the question. Yeah, it is also true. In case of fixed hair stadia tachyometer, the staff intercept will be larger when staff is held nearer to the observation point. If staff is held nearer to the observation point. So if I take a tachyometer, something like this, if staff is held here, stadia intercept will be this much. If staff is held here, stadia intercept will be far, maximum. So if staff is nearer to the observation point, stadia intercept is less. This is stadia intercept. This is also stadia intercept. Stadia intercept means this value, stadia intercept. Fine. I call this as some L2, this is L1. So L2 is more than L1. That means if it is far away from the station, if it is far away from the equipment, then stadia intercept will be more. The question, I think this option was not clear whether it is saying nearer to the station or nearer to the location, or nearer to the tachyometer or nearer to the observation point. So anyway, this is the idea here, and if you ask me, the option given in case of fixed stadia hair tachyometer, the staff intercept will be larger when staff is held nearer to the observation point. So if you are taking this as the observation point, answer is wrong. If you are taking observation as the far from it or observation point, let us say if this is the point, this is the observation point you are saying, then you are keeping your staff over here, Then if you are keeping nearer to this, then only stadia intercept will be more. If you are keeping far away from this, stadia intercept will be less. Fine. Or if you are keeping the tachyometer, if you are keeping staff nearer to the tachyometer, then intercept is less. If you are keeping staff far away from the tachyometer, intercept will be more. So it is not clear. Once key comes, it will be clear, but answer for this one is false. Fine. Back bearing of the line is forebearing plus or minus 180 degrees. Back bearing is equals to forebearing plus or minus 180 degrees. Here it is given 100 degrees. So that option is also wrong. This is multiple select type of question, so 2 answers will be correct for this, I think. Fine. This is one way of doing this type of questions. If you ask me how was the overall paper, yeah, there is some more questions that we can see. A fluid flowing steadily in a circular pipe of radius r has a velocity that is everywhere parallel to the axis of the pipe. The velocity distribution along the radial direction is given as Vr is equals to u multiplied with 1 minus r square upon r square, 1 minus r square upon r square, where r is the radial distance measured from the pipe axis and u is the maximum velocity at r equals to 0. What they are saying is water is flowing in the pipe of radius r. Water is flowing in the pipe of radius r. Fine. U is the maximum velocity, then average velocity. U average would be generally equals to maximum by 2. U max upon 2, or U max is equals to 2 times U average. This is direct from your fluid mechanics. If you try to remember, that is better. If not, always you can prove. How you can prove? If this is U is equals to U max, if you want average velocity U average multiplied with area would be equals to integral U multiplied with dA. U multiplied with dA. So this is UR multiplied with dA, that is equals to U multiplied with 1 minus R square by R square. dA is equals to 2 pi R dr upon total area, that is equals to pi R square. Fine. So 2U upon R square integral 0 to R minus R cube upon R square multiplied with dr. So this is R square by 2, that is R power 4 by 4. 1 by 2 minus 1 by 4 minus 1 by 4. Yeah. Right. This is R square by 2. 1 by 2 minus 1 by 4 is 1 by 4. 2U upon 4, that is equals to U by 2. U average is equals to U by 2. So direct application of formula. If you remember, you can directly solve this question. Next one is the other questions from geotechnical engineering and from your environmental engineering will be solved by some other faculty. So these are the questions that I have. I didn't solve this apt and all the other questions. We'll see that later. So this is the questions. Fine. No one is present. Only 4-6 people are watching now. So these are the answers for different types of questions. And We don't see more questions. I'll go for the afternoon session. If I am trying to go for the afternoon session, till now we have discussed questions from the morning session, and I'll be discussing now the question from the afternoon session. So the question they have asked is momentum correction factor upon energy correction factor for laminar pipe. Momentum correction factor for laminar flow. Momentum correction factor upon energy correction factor. Energy correction factor is momentum correction factor is 4/3, energy correction factor is 2. So simple answer is 2/3. If you remember, this is for laminar flow. He has not said for turbulent flow. He has asked for laminar flow. Direct answer for laminar flow. This is equals to 2/3. So other question is from your hydrology. I am discussing afternoon session. Morning session questions I have discussed. In afternoon session I have discussing the questions. Afternoon session questions I am discussing. Some questions before some other guys comes. I am only discussing some part of the questions. 12 hours of hydrograph. 12 hours of unit hydrograph, triangular in shape, base 44 hours. 12 hours of unit hydrograph, triangular in shape. So base is how much? 144 hours. Peak is equals to 23 meter cube per second. 23 meter cube per second. This is 12 hours unit hydrograph. 12 hours unit hydrograph. Fine. So he is asking what is the area of catchment. Area of catchment in kilometer square. So area of catchment in kilometer square is equals to 3.6 times area of this one, half into Q into T upon A equals to 1, right? Upon A equals to 1. So A would be equals to 3.6, half multiplied with Q is 23 multiplied with 144. 23 multiplied with 144. So answer that you are going to get is 144 multiplied with 23 divided by 2 multiplied with 3.6. So this is 0.36, not 3.6. So 0.36, if you want this in kilometers, 0.36, 0.36, right? Yeah. 0.36 multiplied with 23 multiplied with 144 divided by 2. So area is equals to 596.16 kilometers. Area equals to 596.16 kilometers square. So very basic problem, nothing is present in this. Next one is same Webster's question is also asked in afternoon session. A 3-phase signal designed for 4-leg intersection, critical flow ratios for each phase is 0.18, 0.32 and 0.22. Total lost time in each phase is 2 seconds as per Webster's formula. Optimal cycle length is. So y1 is equals to 0.18, y2 equals to 0.32, y3 equals to 0.22. Fine. Total lost time L is equals to how much? 2 seconds per each phase. So this will be 3 into 2, that is equals to 6 seconds. Total loss time is equals to 6 seconds. So cycle length is equals to 1.5 L plus 5 upon 1 minus Y, 1.5 into 6 plus 5 upon 1 minus Y. Y is 0.18 plus 0.32 plus 0.22. So C is equals to 1.5 into 6 is 9 plus 5, 14 upon 1 minus 0.54, 0.18, 0.72 and 0.28. 0.28. So 1400 upon 28, this is 200, that is 50 seconds. Total cycle length is equals to 50 seconds. The other question they are asking is, softening point of bitumen unit is matching with. Softening point of bitumen unit. Softening point, how you measure? It is the time taken for the balls to pass through the certain equipment, right? Ring and ball apparatus. So generally softening point is given in the units of time. Softening point is given generally in the units of time. Fine. This is one thing. Next one is a frame EFG as shown in the figure. A frame EFG as shown in the figure. A frame is given to you, EFG as shown in the figure. Have a flexural rigidity of the member FG. Have all the members are prismatic and have equal flexural rigidity. The member FG carries a uniform distributed load of W per unit length. W kilonewton per meter. Fine. Axial deformation of any member is neglected. Considering axial deformation of any member is neglected, considering joint F to be rigid, what is the support reaction at G? Considering joint F to be rigid, what is the support reaction at G? This is 2L, this is EF and this one is also L. See, yesterday when I was solving, it was hinge support actually. So hinge support, I thought there will not be any sway. So once when I cross checked it, it was a roller support. Once I cross checked it, it was roller support. So if there is roller support, there will be sway. You can't do this by moment distribution method. So the best method to do this would be from the principle of superposition. You can easily do this. If I say this is the reaction at G and this is the load W, idea is to make delta at G equals to 0. Deflection at G is equals to 0 because there is support vertical deflection. There will not be any vertical deflection because of the load, right? So because of this load, what is the vertical deflection if they ask? Due to this load, the vertical deflection L would be W L power 4 upon 8 EI. W L power 4 upon 8 EI, that is one thing, and other thing plus this is because of this one. Because of load, it is okay, and here there will be a moment of moment is how much? M is equals to moment, that is equals to W into L by 2, right? So W L square by 2 moment is present over here. Because of this load, moment at F is equals to W into L by 2. So this is WL square by, this will be clockwise moment. On this one it will be clockwise moment, right? So there will be clockwise moment of WL square by 2. Due to moment, if I ask what is the deflection, due to moment deflection would be equals to ml upon 2 EI. ml upon 2 EI. Moment here would be equals to WL square by 2. Similarly, this is L, this is 2L, and here L would be equals to ml upon EI, m into 2L. L is 2L here, right? Because of Vg, Vg into L cube upon 3EI plus m into 2L upon 2EI, whereas m here would be equals to Vg into L. Vg into L, if 2 gets cancelled, here also 2 gets cancelled, and 3 plus 1, 2 gets cancelled, so 3 plus 1, 4 by 3. This would be, if I try to write this, WL power 4 upon 8 EI plus WL square by 2, sorry, ML square, this is ML square upon 2 EI. So WL power 4, WL square by 2, 2L square whole square is upon 2 EI, that is equals to Vg into L cube upon 3 EI plus Vg into L into 4L square upon 2 EI. Fine. So if both the things gets cancelled, WL to the power of 4 upon 8 EI plus WL power 4 upon EI, that is equals to, if this is 2, Vg L cube upon 3 EI plus Vg L cube upon EI. So this is equals to, Vg would be equals to 8 plus 1, 9, 9 3 is 27, 27 WL upon 3, 3 2 6, 6 plus 1 7, 7 8 is 56, right? 7 into 8 56. So this is 56 EI, WL 56, not EI, 27 WL upon 56. So approximately 0.482 WL. Fine. So if you do by this method, this is 0.482 WL. Please correct it. Yesterday when I was discussing, I got somewhere around 0.5 WL. But the answer for this one would be 0.482 WL, because in yesterday we have taken this as hinge, but now we are actual in the question it is the roller itself. So if you are considering the roller, this is how you are going to solve these type of questions. Fine. Some of your geotechnical questions from both the sessions now will be answered by Amit sir. Please wait for some time. The questions will be answered by Amit sir. Okay. Session and some questions in afternoon session.
Done.
After you will see if possible.
Cold. Hello everyone. We can solve some problems asked in the GATE 2021. Okay. So one question of geotechnical engineering I have here from afternoon session, that is yes, they have mentioned as per one question was there. See, I am solving the memory based question here. Okay, the questions I am solving memory based questions. So as per unified soil classification system, unified soil classification system, what is the meaning of MH? They are asking what is the meaning of MH. They have given some options. Okay, they have given some options like inorganic clay, inorganic silt with liquid limit greater than 50%, with liquid limit less than 50%. So like that they have created 4 options. What is the correct answer? The correct answer will be the data which I have currently. On that basis I am discussing. It is inorganic. It is inorganic highly compressible silt, means it's a inorganic silt. M we use for silt. Okay, and highly compressible means what? The liquid limit is greater than, of course, 50%. So this will be your answer for this particular question. Okay, the next question we have for a lab investigation. They have one investigation was there. So in the lab we have liquid limit of 60%. We have the liquid limit of 60%. Then they have given me the plastic limit as 27%, and this natural water content they have given 32%, and your flow index was given as 27. They are asking me to calculate the toughness index and the liquidity index. So first of all, we can estimate the toughness index. IT will be equal to, which is the ratio of plastic index to the flow index. Plastic index, we know it's a liquid limit minus plastic limit. So 60 minus 27 divided by flow index is 27. If you solve, you will be getting the value. You will be getting the value. I can estimate here in 1 minute. 60 minus 27 divided by 27, value we have 1.22. 1.22 we have this value. Okay, after that we want to estimate the liquidity index. This liquidity index can be taken as natural water content minus liquid limit divided by liquid limit minus plastic limit. Okay, so natural water content, you know, it's a 32%. Liquid limit we have, sorry, here we have plastic limit. So natural water content minus plastic limit divided by liquid limit minus plastic limit. So 32 minus the plastic limit we have 60%. Okay, so it's a plastic limit is 27%. 27 divided by liquid limit minus plastic limit. So 60 minus 27. So if I solve this one, so 32 minus 27, of course 5, divide by value is 0.15. 0.15. So you can see in the option, see first they asked me to calculate toughness index. So toughness index is 1.22 and this one is 0.5. So correct answer is option number A. 4 options they have given. Total 4 options they have given. Your correct answer will be this one. Option A means these 2 values you can have. The next question that you can have here from the geotechnical engineering, I have memory based question, and somewhere they asked me for the long term analysis. Okay, they asked me for the long term analysis. Okay, if they ask for long term analysis, then I can discuss about the consolidation drain test. Okay, one question was there. Exact information I don't know, the type of soil also I don't know, but they are talking about the long term analysis. Of course, in the long term, consolidation will be happening. If there is a consolidation, definitely consolidation drain picture will come into our mind. So your answer should be consolidation drain test. But I do not know the type of the soil and the work which are going to be performed. But okay, as per memory based data, I can give my comment. Answer can be your consolidation drain test. Then one more question we have. It's a good question. See, there is a change in the void ratio from point. There is a two types of soil. You have soil M and you have soil N. Soil N. These two type of soil you have. If I talk about soil M, in the soil M they have given there is a change in void ratio from 0.575 to 0.510. This is a change in the void ratio. On increasing the pressure from 120 kilopascal to 180 kilopascal, means 180 minus 120 I can write here. Okay, so this is a difference in the effective stress, that's why there is a change in void ratio. This is the data about the soil M. If the same pressure if there is a same changes in the pressure in the soil N, means if we increase the pressure from 120 kilopascal to 180 kilopascal in the case of soil N, in that case the change in void ratio can be given as 0.6 to 0.55, 0.6 to 0.55. So this is the change in void ratio on same change in the effective stress. Okay, now they have given the hydraulic conductivity ratio for soil M to the soil N. Okay, so they have given one item, that is coefficient of permeability of soil M to the coefficient of permeability of soil N can be given as what they have mentioned. They have mentioned Km by Kn is equal to 0.125. 0.125. So this they have mentioned here. Okay, so this is the important thing. So this much the data that we have here. Okay, this data is given to us, and on this basis they are asking me to estimate the ratio of coefficient of consolidation M to the coefficient of consolidation N. They are asking like that. So we have the question, we need to determine CV by CV. Here we have to determine for the soil M and here for N. So if I write the formula, you people should know, we have formula K divided by MV gamma W. This is for soil M. We have formula K divided by MV gamma W for soil N. Okay, so here you see from this gamma W to this gamma W is cancelled. Okay, if I put the value of MV, then I can write K divided by change in void ratio, and here we can have delta sigma into 1 plus initial void ratio whole divided by K into change in effective stress 1 plus initial void ratio divided by change in void ratio. So something like this we can have the expression. This is for entire value we have for the soil M, and this entire value we have for the soil N. Getting my point? One thing I can mention here, that there is a same change in the values of effective stress. So delta sigma we have 60 kilopascal, here also we have 60 kilopascal, so 60 to 60 is cancelled. Remaining values I can put here and you can get the answer. see this value k of m to the k of n, already we have 0.125 into, I can give the value as there is a change in void ratio. If there is a change in void ratio, I can write 0.575 minus 0.510, and here we can have 1 plus initial void ratio, that is 1 plus 0.575. Okay. In the same way here also for soil n, I can write 1 plus initial void ratio is 0.6 to the change we have 0.6 to 0.55. Okay. So this is the picture. This is the complete picture. If you solve, the ratio will be getting 0.09 something. This kind of value 0.092 you can get, and this is your answer. You solve this value. Okay, I think this only coming. So this is what one question we have from consolidation for 2 marks. Very easy question. It's a very easy question. Next. Next we can have one question we have from okay, that question I will solve. So some question Richa ma'am will solve, then again I will try to come in, I will also solve some remaining questions of the geotechnical engineering. Okay. So Richa madam here, so she can solve some questions from other subjects like environment, open channel flow, something.
Okay, gate. So, hello my dear Royal Civilians, I guess you all are fine first of all, and mechanical people are also here, great. Okay, fine. Yeah, so we'll be quickly solving some of the questions which we have got, the memory based questions. We'll be discussing about that quickly, and yeah, today is Valentine's week starting, so happy Rose Day to all my Royal Civilians. And so let's start. Okay, fine. So first of all, there was just only one question regarding open channel flow during the morning session, that is the forenoon session which we will be discussing. So let us be very fast in solving that. First question which is shown to you is, if water is flowing at the same depth in most hydraulically efficient triangular and rectangular channel section, then the ratio of hydraulic radius of triangular section to that of rectangular section is. So basically this question was, I think it will not even take a minute also for you to solve this question, because they had just asked you what? They had asked you the hydraulic, just a minute, let me select the pen. They have just asked you the hydraulic mean depth of triangular to that of the rectangular. I guess you are not that person who will write each and every statement, because come on, it's an objective paper. So what will be this? A by P of triangle to A by P of rectangle. Clear? So A by P of triangle is how much? Y upon 2 root 2, while A by P, that is hydraulic mean depth of rectangle, is what? Y by 2. So if you will solve it, what you will get? 1 by root 2. Simple question. So simple. So here the option was also given. So I am having root 2, 1 upon root 2, 1 and D. D option is 2. So I am getting 1 upon root 2. Only mistake which you can do is just not reading the questions properly and writing first rectangular to that of triangular. Just a silly mistakes can be done, nothing more than that. Clear? So this was one of the question. Moving towards the next question. Next question was regarding your well hydraulics part. So let us be fast in solving that question as well. See, if you have any doubts, your comments are welcome. इसमें comments नहीं हो रहे क्या? Is comments visible? Okay. Fine. I guess after this paper you are saturated and now you are just watching, not even allowing your hands to type it, not even your fingers to type it, is it? Okay, fine. What it is given? A tube well of 20 centimeter diameter. So let me draw a tube well fast. A tube well of 20 centimeter dia fully penetrates into an horizontal, homogeneous and isotropic confined aquifer of infinite horizontal extent. The aquifer is of 30 centimeter thickness. Okay, so thickness of aquifer. Thickness is given to you as how much? 30 meter. What else is given to you? Discharge is given to you, that is the pumping rate is given to you 40 liters per second, and because of it, when you just take out the discharge, when you pump the water from the tube well, what happens? What exactly happens in this? When you just pump the water, what will happen? There will be reduction in the level of water. The reduction comes out to be how much? It is given in the question, the reduction comes out to be 4 meter as mentioned in the question. This corresponds to your drawdown, or you can also write it as h minus small h. Clear? Now what it has told you, that if the radius of influence is basically given to you as 245 meter. 245 meter, and they have asked you regarding what? They have asked you regarding the hydraulic conductivity, that is they have asked you regarding K. So what you have to do? What you have to do in this question? Come on, be fast. What you have to do in this question? I guess you will be able to solve it if you know. I have dealt yesterday this question in the main channel, so I guess you know and you can solve this question here. Isn't it? Isn't it? You can solve this question like this, 2 pi k, you are getting it? H log r by r. Can you solve this? Come on guys, say fast. Will you be able to solve this question or not? 2 pi k h minus h, which is directly equal to s, and this is width. Discharge is given to you as 40 liters per second, which you will write it as 10 raised to power minus 3 meter cube per second. This will be 2 pi, k is something which you have to calculate, that is the hydraulic conductivity. H minus h small s is directly given to you as 4 meter. Width is given to you, yeah, it's given 30. Radius of influence is given to you as 245, and this is 0.10. This is small r. Clear? So from here you will calculate, see all the variables I know except the hydraulic conductivity. So on solving this, I will get the conductivity, hydraulic conductivity. They have asked you in meters per day, right? Just a minute, let me check. Yeah, they have asked you in meters per day, and from here you will get it in meters per second. So multiply by 86400, you will get it in meters per day, and the answers comes out to be around 35.884. Something around this you will get the answer. I am directly writing the answers, you can check the calculation, the concepts remains to be the same. Okay, if you want I can just do it fastly, the calculation also, that will be much easier. So it's 40 into 10 raised to power minus 3 into log 245 into 0.10 divided by 2 pi into 4 into 30, 6400. 35.77 I am getting. Fine, 35.7701 I am getting the answers, and so let me solve it. I am getting around 35.77. This much I am getting the answer. It was 245 only, na? Yeah, I got this much answer. Clear? Now, Moving further towards the next question, somehow here this is an NET question, so definitely they will specify the range. Reason, because I am using natural log, somebody will be using 2.303 log base 10. So yeah, there will be slight variations in that particular case. So you don't have to worry regarding it. You don't have to worry. Okay. Now moving towards the next question, these were the two questions which I have got, and I have already told you if you have some questions related to environmental engineering, open channel flow or any subjects, you can WhatsApp on our number 97709 right? So on this number you can WhatsApp. Now moving further towards the next question. Okay, just a minute, let me see where the question is. Yeah. So the question corresponds to that of the grid chamber. This is an afternoon session question. So let us discuss about this also now. What is the question? The question is related to your grid chamber. So the question is related to your grid chamber. Fine, it was quite an easy question. Just you have to apply a slight of your brain. What does it say? A grid chamber whose particle diameter is given to you as how much? 0.25 mm. Specific gravity is given to you as 2.7, terminal settling velocity is 2.5 centimeter per second, width is given to you as 0.5 meter. Told that a grid chamber possesses certain dimensions along with the settling velocity, the width of the chamber, the specific gravity of the particle, all is being mentioned to you. Now what they have told you? They have told that discharge which is carried by this grid chamber is 9720 meter cube per day. Depth of flow is also mentioned to you as 0.75 meter. Now if they say if flow through velocity, see I denote flow through velocity by Vf, I don't know, you can denote it by Vh, whatever you want, denotions doesn't matter, meanings matters always. So here you will get flow through velocity as 0.3 meters per second. So now what it has asked, find minimum length of chamber to remove particle of size 0.25 mm. So it has asked you the length which is to be provided. Simple question, nothing new, what you have to do. See, always I say there is two types of area. One is your plan area, one is your cross sectional area. Whenever you are talking about cross sectional area, like if this is the tank sort of, fine, there will be a cover also. So what you will have to do, you have to cut it and see, that will be a cross sectional area. But if this is the tank, fine, there will be a depth also, there will be a depth and there will be a slab also if you say, but generally we will take it as open as for now. So what happens, what you can see when you will see from the top, you will see the length portion, you will see the width portion. You won't be able to see the depth. That exactly corresponds to your plan area. So here in the question it has asked me regarding the length, and if I want to calculate the length, what I can do, I know plan area is equal to discharge upon settling velocity, or you can say discharge is equal to plan area into settling velocity. See, if they have given you the depth, they have given you the width. In case they would have given you the length and they would have asked you, let us suppose width or depth, either of the above, and since they have given you flow through velocity, then you could have proceeded through the cross sectional area part, okay. But here it has been not like that, picture is something different, so we are progressing like this. So now Q by Vs 9720 meter cube per day, and this is 2.5 centimeters per second. So 9720, I have to convert it into same units. In which unit it has asked me? Okay, in meters it has asked me, na? So 86400 seconds. This will be 2.5 into 10 raised to power minus 2 meters per second. So now this I will get it in area format, length into width. I know the width. The width is how much? It is given to you as 0.5 meter. Is the width given to you as 0.5 meter? Yeah, it's given to me as 0.5 meter only. So let me solve that. 86400 2.5 into 10 raised to power minus 2, and there will be also the width, that is 0.5. So width is given to me. On solving this, you will get it as how much? 9 meter. On solving this, you will get the length as 9 meters. Simple question dear, nothing to do, just the basic concepts. If you have knowledge about plan area and cross sectional area, you will be able to solve such type of questions. So not a big question. Okay. Now moving towards the next question. The next question was regarding activated sludge process. So if I talk regarding activated sludge process, this we have also dealt in the crash course, but yeah, the crash course was in Hindi. So I guess that this would have been problematic for you, but definitely don't worry. Next time we'll definitely plan to get a crash course in English as well. So hope for the best. Now, if we talk about this activated sludge process, the data I am having 7500 meter cube per day. Ultimate BOD is given to you as 200 mg per liter. Effluent BOD is 20 mg per liter. MLVSS is given as 3000 mg per liter, and hydraulic retention time is given as how much? Hydraulic retention time is given as 0.2. Theta C is given as 10 days, and it has asked you the underflow volume of sludge wasted. So just first of all, if you will just see the diagram of activated sludge process. Some students were saying that diagram was already given, so it's well and good, but let me draw the diagram only. See, the sewage comes, there is an aeration tank, there is an SST, a part of it is recirculated back, a part of it is wastage. Here it's Q0 minus QW XC S, and this is QU XU. QU corresponds to the useful sludge. So now when we are moving further, what happens in this question, they have asked you the sludge wasted. So this is the sludge which is wasted, which is denoted by what? It is denoted by QW, which I have to calculate. In which unit I have to calculate? I have to calculate this in meter cube per day. So I have to calculate this in meter cube per day. Okay. So now going through this, see, in this question they have given me one thing, that is they have given me sludgeage. So if sludgeage is given to me in the question, I know what does sludgeage means. It means the time for which the biomass, that is the microorganisms, or you can call it the suspended solids, stays in the system. So if you talk about that, theta C is equal to Vx QW XU plus Q0 minus QW XC. See, since in the question XC was not given as per your memory based data, so I am not taking that into consideration. I will get theta C is equal to Vx QW XU. But in the question, volume is not given to you, that is the volume of the aeration tank is not given to you directly. First, theta C is given to me, yeah, of course. Volume is not given to me, no issues. I always told, if they haven't given the volume, they will be giving you the discharge and the time, and that's exactly what is given. They have given you the discharge, they have given you the time. So this will be how much? 7500 meter cube per day into, this is meter cube per day into time is how much? 0.2 days. QW you have to calculate. Okay, in the question what is X? X is MLVSS. They have directly mentioned mixed liquor volatile suspended solids. See, this is the memory based data. If in the question MLSS was also given, then also you have to go for MLVSS rather than going for MLSS. Okay, because we know that in MLVSS inorganic matter are excluded, so it corresponds to more, you can say the more precision is there in MLVSS rather than MLSS. Okay, so now moving further, what is X which is given to you? MLVSS is 3000 mg per liter. QW is something which you have to calculate. XU is also given to you in the question, that is 12,000 mg per liter. So this 12,000, you will solve this, what is only left, that is QW, and you can see the units also. mg per liter, everything will get cancelled out, days will get cancelled out, you will get the answer in what? Meter cube per day. That's why I always told you to write the units corresponding to it, so that you can have better understanding of what the unit in which you will be getting the answer, which units has to be converted, all this you will be getting the answer. So on solving this, you will get the value of QW as 37.5 meter cube per day. Clear? Now moving further towards the next question. This question was related to your filtration. Specifically, I am talking about your rapid sand gravity filters, because there we basically go for backwashing for cleaning. And such type of question has also been asked in GATE previous year. So this was not at all a new question for you, but rather it was a much simpler question. So if I talk regarding this, what it has been given, filtration unit, sand particles dia is given to you as how much? 0.4 mm. Shape factor is given to you as 0.84. Specific gravity is given as 2.55. Depth of filter bed. Depth of filter bed is given to you as how much? 0.7 meters. Porosity they have given to you as 0.35, and expanded porosity is also given to you as 0.65. Along with this, they have given the settling velocity as 4.5. Yesterday students told me that it was in centimeters per second when I was taking in the other channel. Clear? So if you look at here, they have asked you regarding the backwash velocity. So when they asked you regarding backwash velocity, there is a simple formula, Vb upon Vs to the power 0.22. So n I denoted by n dash, you can denote it by, here since I have mentioned, I will take it as expanded porosity in this format. So this is 0.65, Vb is how much? Vb you have to calculate, Vs is 4.5 centimeters per second. Okay, so let me solve this once more. Just a second. 0.65 to the power 1 upon 0.22 into 4.5. This I am getting it in 0.635. Just a minute, I forgot. I guess it was in centimeters per second, by the way. Clear? And if you want it in meters per second, so what you will do? You will multiply by -2. So you will get it as 6.35 into 10 raised to power -3. So here you will get it in centimeters per second, but you will multiply by 10 raised to power -2, you will get it as 6.35065, something like that, into 10 raised to power -3 meters per second. Clear? So if you see the answers, clear cut option is the C1, that is 6.35 into 10 raised to power -3 meters per second. This was given to you in centimeters per second as per the students who told me yesterday regarding the memory base. So I have solved this and got the answer, because this is an MCQ question. Okay? Now, moving further, there was a question. Just a minute, am I not having that question? There was a question regarding the open channel flow. Okay, fine, I am not having here. I will look at in the mobile once. If I will be having, then I will tell you. There was a question regarding the open channel flow. Very simple question actually it was. Let me check if it is there or not. Was it there here? And this? No, it's not there. One of the students sent me, so I'll check it in my mobile so that I can tell you the answer for it. Just a minute. Yeah, I got the question. Fine. So there was one question in the afternoon session for the open channel flow. There was a rectangular open channel flow whose width was given to you as 6 meter. It was carrying a discharge of 20 meter cube per second. Acceleration due to gravity was given as 9.8 meter per second square. They told, assume water that it is incompressible and inviscid, the depth of flow at which specific energy is minimum. So at what time the specific energy becomes minimum? I am talking about that. Simply, why we know critical conditions, all that, why to do all these now? I know simple, the depth at which specific energy becomes minimum, q square by g to the power 1 by 3, that's it. It corresponds to the critical depth. So if I see it here, it will be 20 by 6 whole square divided by 9.81 to the power 1 by 3. So let me solve this first. This will be 20 divided by 6 square divided by 9.81 to the power 1 by 3. So you got it as 1.042 meters. So here there was options regarding 2.56, 0.82, 1.04, 3.18. So it is 1.04 meter which you got the answer. Clear? So whatsoever question I was having, I guess I have dealt it. And if you remember the questions, kindly WhatsApp to our number. That questions are most welcomed. Okay, fine. There were some questions regarding to liquid air pollutants in the morning section, which I haven't received. I haven't received the options. I have only received the question, but no options are being mentioned to me. So if you have it, then please let me know. You can WhatsApp on a number. Even if you have my WhatsApp number, you can WhatsApp on that. And if you are in my Telegram channel also, you can send it there also, no issues. Along with that, there was some question related to air pollutions and all in the afternoon session. So kindly, if you remember the datas, whatsoever it is, you can send me. Okay. So these were some of the questions, some of the memory based questions which we discussed. More questions you can definitely see in the later coming sessions.
Hi friends, once again hi, and we will see some more questions from your afternoon session. For a given traverse, latitude and departure is calculated, and it is found that sum of latitudes is equals to plus 0.21 plus 0.21. This was given in your second session, plus 0.21, and sum of departures is equals to minus 2.8 meters. This is 2.1 meters and 2.8 meters. What he is asking, what is the closing error and bearing of the closing error. So, if you want closing error, that is equals to under root of sigma L whole square plus sigma D whole square. Fine, under root of sigma L square and sigma D square. So, that is 2.1 whole square plus 2.8 whole square. 2.1 whole square plus 2.8 whole square. If I try to find out, multiplied with 2.1 plus 2.8 multiplied with 2.8, it is 12.25. Under root of 12.25, that is 3.5. So, this is answer is 3.5 meters. Answer is 3.5 meters. And he is asking what is the closing error. Closing error, some of the closing error tan theta would be equals to, if I write summation of latitudes upon summation of departure, theta would be tan inverse of summation of latitude upon summation of departures, that is tan inverse of 2.1 upon minus 2.8, 2.1 upon 2.8. What he has given, summation of closing error, closing error this is equals to summation of departures upon summation of latitudes. If I write something like this, so that would be equals to theta equals to tan inverse of minus 2.8 upon 2.1, that is equals to minus 53.13 degrees, minus 53.13 degrees. Indirectly, what is latitude? Some of the northings is taken as latitude and some of the eastings and westings is taken as departure, right. So, you will get something like this. So, theta is equals to, he has asked bearing of closing error. This is bearing of closing error, bearing of closing error. Very simple question, not much complications in this. Next question asked is, the stopping side distance for a level highway is 140 meters, design speed is 90 kilometers per hour, acceleration due to gravity and deceleration are 9.81 and 3.5 meters per second square. The perception reaction time used in SSD calculation is. So, SSD is how much given to you? 140 meters, design speed is 90 kilometers per hour, acceleration due to gravity is 9.81 meters per second square, and then deceleration rate, that is A indirectly is given as 3.5 meters per second square. So, what is the F value? F is equals to F or mu is equals to A by G, that is 3.5 upon 9.81, right, and SSD is equals to Vt plus V square upon 2GF. 90 kilometers per hour, 90 multiplied with 5 by 18, that is equals to 25 meters per second. So SSD 90 equals to 140 equals to 25 multiplied with t plus 25 square upon 2 multiplied with 9.81 multiplied with f, right? Or what is g into f? G into f would be equals to a, that is 3.5. 140 equals to 25 times t plus 25 square upon 2 into 3.5. If I substitute everything, how much I am going to get is 25 square upon 2 into 3.5. 25 multiplied with 25 upon 2 divided by 3.5, 89.25, 140 minus 89.29 divided by 25. So this would be approximately 2.03 seconds. 2.03 seconds. So very basic question. You can write down 2 seconds. Simple. Nothing much in this question. Next, the relationship between traffic speed and density is described using a negatively sloped straight line. Relationship between traffic speed and density is described using a negatively sloped straight line. If Vf is free flow speed, then the speed at which maximum flow occurs is. So if let us say this is speed versus density curve, which is a negatively sloped line, and if Vf is the speed at which maximum Vf is the free flow speed, then generally where you will get, if this is jam density, maximum value of volume you will get at V equals to Vf by 2. Maximum volume you will get at V equals to Vf by 2. The speed at which maximum flow occurs, he is asking the speed at which maximum flow occurs, equals to Vf upon 2. Fine. So this is one type of a problem. Only 3 people are watching. Great. No one is commenting. That is even more great. Please try to share, comment to as many people as possible. A prismatic steel beam is shown. The plastic moment MP calculated for collapse mechanism using static method and kinematic method is. So static method and kinematic method, he is asking what is the plastic moment that is being calculated. So this is the very basic problem, very basic problem. There is load P here, and this one is L upon 3 and this one is 2L upon 3. Distances L upon 3 and 2L upon 3, A, B, C, right. What is ds? Static indeterminacy for this one is 0. Number of hinges to be formed to make it mechanism. Number of hinges to be formed to make it a mechanism, equals to ds plus 1, that is 0 plus 1, that is equals to 1. So number of hinges required to be formed to make it is a mechanism is 1. So where the hinge will form? Generally it will form under the load, right? Hinge will form under the load. So if hinge forms under the load, so rigid body mechanism will be under the load. this is a load P, and if I take this as alpha, this will be equal to beta. This is 2L by 3, this is L by 3. So, I will take this as L by 3 times alpha, this is 2L by 3 times beta. L alpha by 3 is equals to 2L by 3 times beta, alpha equals to 2 beta, alpha equals to 2 beta. Once you got this, now applying principle of virtual work, this is MP, this is also MP, right. So, work done, external work done is equals to P multiplied with distance 2L by 3 times beta, internal work done is equals to MP times alpha plus MP times beta. Okay. MP times alpha is 2 beta plus MP times beta is 3 beta, fine. P multiplied with 2L by 3 times beta. So, P multiplied with 2L by 3 times beta is equals to 3 MP beta, beta beta gets cancelled. So, MP would be equals to 2 PL upon 9, 2 PL upon 9. Generally the load, whenever you are talking about the collapse load from static method, collapse load from static method is less than or equal to collapse load, that is less than or equal to collapse load from kinetic method, but if you see plastic moment is the property of the material. So, if it is the property of the material, it will not change whether it is static moment or kinematic method, whatever the method, the value is not going to change. That means, MP from static, this is, see, whenever I say plastic moment, it is property of the material. So, MP from static is equals to MP from kinematic, or whatever, that is 2 PL upon 9, that is equals to MP from kinematic. MP is not going to change, it is only this one that is going to change. So, MP is not going to change, MP from static equals to 2 PL upon 9, that is equals to MP from kinematic. MP from static is equals to 2 PL upon 9, that is equals to MP from kinematic. This is one problem. So, yesterday when I was discussing, I said MP from static, it can be less than, but anyway, after going through the problems and options properly, this will be your the correct answer. MP from static equals to 2 PL upon 9, that equals to MP from kinetic or kinematic. Fine. Next question from your hydrology. He is asking phi index. If he is asking phi index, fine. So, this is 12 and this one is given as 4.5, this one is given as 15, this one is given as 14, this is 4, this is 7.5 and this one is 3. Rainfall intensity mm per hour and each is 0.5 hours, 0, 0.5, 1, 1.5, 2, 2.5, 3, 3.5. Rainfall intensity in mm per hour, rainfall intensity in mm per hour, and this is in hours. Time is in hours. Now, if it produces runoff of 1.6 centimeters and total rainfall of 3 centimeters, what is phi index? Total rainfall is 3 centimeters, runoff is 1.6 centimeters. He is asking what is phi index, right. So, in the first case what we will take is phi index is equals to W index in our first iteration. Phi index is equals to W index. From this, W index is equals to P minus R upon T, that is 3 minus 1.6 upon T, 1.4 upon 3.5 total time period, 1.4 upon 3.5 is 1.4 divided by 3.5 is 0.4 centimeters per hour. This is 0.4 centimeters per hour. So, for first iteration or 0.4 centimeters per hour, that is 4 mm per hour. For first iteration it is 4 mm per hour only, 4 mm per hour. Phi index is equals to W index is equals to 4 mm per hour. So, in the next iteration, phi index, if you want to calculate phi index, if you want to calculate, it is P minus R minus, you will remove this one and this one because this is below this line. So, minus 0.4, that is 4 mm. So, minus 0.4, 0.3, minus 0.4 into 0.5 minus 0.3 into 0.5 upon time period. Time period means you have to remove these two time periods, that is 1 hour you have to remove. So, this would be 2.5 hours, 3.3 minus 1.6, 3 minus 1.6 minus 0.7 by 2, that is 0.35 upon 2.5, 3 minus 1.6 minus 0.35 upon 2.5. 0.7 multiplied with 0.5. So, 3 minus 1.6 minus 0.35 divided by 2.5. So, this is equals to 0.42 centimeters per hour, that is 4.2 mm per hour, 4.2 mm per hour, 4.2 mm per hour. So, it would be something like this. This is 4.2 mm per hour. So, and this one is 4 mm per hour, right. So, if you take 4.2 mm per hour also, it will be same, whatever the values that is below this. In the previous case, that is 4 and 3 are below this, even now 4 and 3 are below this, there is no new value coming into this one, right. So, phi index will remain same, 4.2 mm per hour. Very simple question, 4.2 mm per hour is your phi index. Next question. A perfectly flexible, he has given a perfectly flexible and inextensible cable as shown in the figure, the external load at F and G are acting, the magnitude of tension in the cable is, magnitude of tension in the cable segment vertically FG is. He is saying this as 1 meter, right. This is 1 meter and this one is 10 kilonewtons and this one is 20 kilonewtons. This is 10 kilonewtons and this one is 20 kilonewtons, and this is 3 meters, this one is 2 meters, and this distance is also 2 meters, right. This distance is also 2 meters. This distance is also 2 meters. E, F, G, H. E, F, G, H. Fine. If I take this is vertical direction H, VH, and if I take this as HH, and I will take this would be HE, and this one is VE. Fine. This is 20 kilonewtons, no, this is 12 kilonewtons. This one is 12 kilonewtons. If I take summation of forces in the y direction equals to 0, summation of forces in y direction is equals to 0, VE plus VH equals to 22 kilonewtons. Summation of forces in x direction equals to 0, what you will get? HE minus HH equals to 0. So, HE would be equals to HH, right. HE equals to HH. If I take summation of moments about H equals to 0, I will take summation of moments about H equals to 0. What I will get? VE multiplied with 6 plus HE multiplied with 1. VE multiplied with 6 plus HE multiplied with 1 minus 10 multiplied with 4 minus 12 multiplied with 2 equals to 0. 6 VE plus HE equals to 40 plus 24, that is 64 kilonewtons. 10 into 4 40, 12 into 2 24. So, 40 plus 24, I think it is 64 only, right. 64. Ten multiplied with 4 plus 12 multiplied with 2, 64. 6 VE plus HE is equals to 64 kilonewtons. 64 kilonewtons, and if I take summation of forces moments about F equals to 0, because this is a cable. In cable, moment at any point is equals to 0. Cable takes only tension, right. So, VE into 2 plus HE into 3 equals to 0, right. So, if I take summation of moments about F is equals to 0, VE into 2 plus HE into 3 equals to 0. So, VE equals to minus 3 by 2 times HE, and another thing we know 6 VE plus HE equals to 64 kilonewtons. 6 VE plus HE equals to 64 kilonewtons. So, 6 VE minus or 6 VE, HE is minus 2 by 3 VE, that is equals to 64. So, 3 6 12 minus 2 10. So, VE upon 3 is equals to 64. into 3 divided by 10. 18 minus 2, this is 16, fine, this is 16, 16 4, 64. So, VE you will get it as 12 kilonewtons. If VE is 12 kilonewtons, HE equals to minus 2 by 3 multiplied with 12, that is minus 8 kilonewtons. Minus means our assumed direction is wrong, that means HE is in the opposite direction. HE is in the opposite direction. VE is equals to 12 kilonewtons, HE is in the opposite direction, 8 kilonewtons. So, reaction at E would be equals to 12 square plus 8 square. Twelve multiplied with 12 plus 8 multiplied with 8. So, this is 14.42 kilonewtons, 14.42 kilonewtons, right. Now we will see at the cable. tension in cable EF, tension in cable FG. Tension in cable EF, tension in cable FG. So, if this is EF, this is FG, and this is one is 3 meters, this one is 2 meters, this is theta 1, if this is theta 1, and let us say this is theta 2. Theta 1 is equals to tan inverse of 3 by 2. Tan inverse of 3 by 2 is something like if tan theta is 3 by 2, sin theta would be so sin theta 1 would be 0.83, cos theta 1 would be 2 divided by 3.61, that is 0.55. Fine. So, you got this one, and there is 10 kilonewtons load something like this, 10 kilonewtons load something like this at F. Fine. If I take sigma Fx is equals to 0, if I take sigma Fx equals to 0, what I will get? TEF. How you got tension in EF? Tension in EF is equals to directly reaction at E. Tension in EF is equals to reaction at E, that is 14.42 kilo newtons. Fine. If I take sigma Fx is equals to 0, TEF cos theta 1 equals to TFG cos theta 2. TEF cos theta 1 equals to TFG cos theta 2. This is one thing. Next, if I take sigma Fy equals to 0, sigma Fy equals to 0, what I will get? TEF sin theta 1 equals to TFG sin theta 2 plus 10, both are downwards, right. So, TEF sin theta 1 equals to TFG sin theta 2 plus 10, TFG sin theta 2 plus 10. So, TFG sin theta 2, how you can write this as TEF sin theta 1 minus 10, TEF sin theta 1 minus 10. Finally, if you want TFG, that is equals to under root of TEF cos theta 1 whole square plus TEF sin theta 1 minus 10 whole square. So, that is equals to 14.42 multiplied with cos theta 1 0.55 whole square plus 14.42 sin theta 1. Sin theta 1 is how much? 0.83. 0.83 minus 10 whole square. So, the value would be 14.42 multiplied with 0.55 14.42 multiplied with 0.83 14.42 multiplied with 0.55 square, this is 62.9, 62.90 plus 14.42 multiplied with 0.83 minus 10, square plus 3.87 plus 62.90 under root of 66.77. So, answer would be 8.17 kilonewtons. Simple. So, answer is approximately 8.17 kilonewtons. Only 2 people are watching, really great. Yeah, anyway, in GATE Academy Global, yesterday we were discussing in GATE Academy CEME Global, we delayed it, but anyway, these are better answers than yesterday. Fine. And he has asked correct sequence. In correct sequence, generally what you will get is, first you will do reconnaissance survey, then you will do data analysis, next you are going to do field observation, and finally you will be doing map making. So, first you are going to do reconnaissance survey, then field observations, then data analysis, then map making, or yeah, fine. So, this would be better option we can say. Okay. So, this is how it goes. There is no proper notation between these two things. Field observation means whether they are going to reconnaissance survey, indirectly it is field observation only. So, this would be the better option. Let us see once the key is released how exactly things will change. Fine. The next one is a propped cantilever beam XY with an internal hinge at the middle is carrying a uniformly distributed load of 10 kilonewton per meter. The vertical reaction at support X. So, if I say there is an internal hinge over here, and the loading over here is 10 kilonewton per meter. If loading is 10 kilonewton per meter and this is 2 meters, this one is also 2 meters. He is asking what is the reaction at X. First reaction at Y, and this one is reaction at X. If I take summation of moments about hinge, I will name it as some Z. Summation of moments about Z is equals to 0 from right side, RHS. From right hand side, if you are going to take Ry into 2, Ry multiplied with 2 equals to 10 into 2 into 1. So, Ry is equals to 10 kilonewtons, right? And if I take sigma Fy equals to 0, Rx plus Ry equals to 10 into 4, 40, then Rx is equals to 40 minus Ry, that is 10, 30 kilonewtons. Very basic question, very basic question. So, this is how you are going to calculate. Seasoning of timber for use in construction is done for. Seasoning of timber is generally done for which increases strength and durability of the timber. That is a correct answer for it. Fine, which increases strength and durability for the timber. Next question is, for a 2-degree curve on a high speed broad gauge rail section, the maximum speed is 100 km per hour, equilibrium speed is 30 km per hour. Considering dynamic gauge of the broad gauge rail, that is equals to 1750 mm, 1.75 meters. 1.75 meters. The degree of the curve is defined as angle subtended at its center by a 30.5 meters arc. Angle subtended at the center by a 30.5 meters arc. If this is 30.5 meters, what is the angle subtended at the center? The cant deficiency of the curve. So, what you can write? Degree of the curve is given as 2 degrees. How you find the radius? R into theta would be equals to 30.5 meters. Theta, you have to convert this into radians, pi upon 180, that is equals to 30.5, and R into 2 into pi upon 180 equals to 30.5. From this, radius of curve equals to 30.5 multiplied with 180 divided by 2 divided by 3.14. So, this is 874.20 meters. Radius is 874.20 meters. Now, he is asking cant deficiency. E theoretical would be GV square upon 127 R, where V is maximum speed. So, 1.75 or 1750 into V is how much? Maximum is 100 square upon 127 multiplied with 874.20. This is E max 874.20 or 21 you can write. 1750 multiplied with 100 multiplied with 100 divided by 127 multiplied with 874.20. So, this would be E theoretical is equals to 157.62, this is mm, 157.62, this is mm. E actual if you want to calculate, that is GV equilibrium square upon 127 R, 1750 into equilibrium square 100 square upon 127 into 874.20. 15 minutes. So, this would be 1750 multiplied with 100 multiplied with 100 divided by 127 divided by 874.20. It is not 100, equilibrium speed is given to you as 80, right. So, this is 80. Multiplied with 80 divided by 127 divided by 874.20. So, this is 100.87 mm. Cant deficiency is equals to E theoretical minus E actual, that is 157.62 minus 100.87 minus 157.62. So, this is 56.74 mm. Cant deficiency is 56.74 mm. Whatever the units he has asked, try to substitute in those units, you will get the answer. Fine. So, simple question. Next one is a prismatic fixed beam modeled with a total lumped mass of 10 kg as single degree of freedom shown in the system. If flexural stiffness of the beam is 4.4 pi square kilonewton per meter, its natural frequency of vibration in flexural mode would be. Here in this one the question is not perfectly clear. He has said flexural beam So, I mean stiffness for the beam, whether it is for whole beam or half of the beam, he has not mentioned that properly, or we don't get that properly, we didn't get that question properly. If this is in single degree of freedom system, fine. He is asking natural frequency. Natural frequency omega n is equals to 1 by 2 pi under root of k by m, 1 by 2 pi under root of k, k is 4 pi square upon m. This is 10 kgs, so under root of 1 by 10. So, answer would be approximately under root of 1 by 10. One divided by 10 under root of 0.1, that is 0.316. Natural frequency is 0.316, very basic equation, fine. There is a question from strain hardening and strain softening. Strain hardening and strain softening, if you try to draw stress strain curve, it would be something like this, right. So, this is strain hardening, this is the zone of strain hardening, fine. So, if you see the options, the better option is higher stress than yield stress with increases deformation, right. Stress is more than yield stress only. In this direction, stress is more than yield stress with increased deformation, fine. So, that is strain hardening of structural steel. That is what you can say, better option if you ask me. Next, a lake has maximum depth of 60 meters. 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 If mean atmospheric pressure in the lake, is equals to 91 kilopascals. If mean atmospheric pressure is 91 kilopascals and unit weight of the lake is equals to 9790 Newton per meter cube, 9790 Newton per meter cube. What is the absolute pressure? He is asking P absolute here. So, P absolute is equals to P atmosphere plus gamma into H. P atmosphere 91 kilopascals, 91 into 10 to the power of 3 Newton per meter square plus 60 multiplied with 9790 Newton per meter square. So, (91) multiplied with 1000 plus 60 multiplied with 9790. This is equals to 678,400 Newton per meter square. He has asked in kilopascals. So, divide this by 1000, 678.4 kilonewton per meter square. So, very simple question, nothing else in this. Okay. Next question. A horizontal angle theta measured by 4 different surveyors multiple times and values reported as given. The most probable value of given angle is. So, surveyor 1, 2, 3, 4, this is theta values is 36 degrees 30 minutes, this is 36 degrees, 35 degrees 30 minutes, 36 degrees 30 minutes. Number of observations, if you try to write this 4, 3, 8, 4, then what is the most probable value? Most probable value equals to 4 multiplied with 36 degrees 30 minutes plus 3 multiplied with 36 degrees plus 8 multiplied with 35 degrees 30 minutes plus 4 multiplied with 36 degrees 30 minutes. So, upon 4 plus 3 7, 15, 19 upon 19. So, just do the calculations. Four multiplied with 36. So, finally, you will get this as 36 degrees, 0 minutes, so 0 seconds. Simple question, most probable value. Next question is, a reservoir with live storage of 300 million cubic meters. Live storage of reservoir is 300 million cubic meter. Live storage of reservoir is 300 million cubic meter. Irrigates an area of 40,000 hectares. Irrigates an area of 40,000 hectares. Fine. Of a two crop with two fillings of reservoirs, of a crop with two fillings of reservoirs, So, what is the total amount of water used now? Total water used equals to 2 multiplied with 300, that is 600, 1 million is 10 to the power of 6 meter cube. This is the amount of water that is required or used, volume of water, area to be irrigated is 40,000 hectares, 4 into 10 to the power of 4 hectares, 1 hectare is 10 to the power of 4 meter square. So, this is 4 into 10 to the power of 8 meter square. So, what is the depth of the water required now? Delta is equals to V upon A, that is 6 into 10 to the power of 8 upon 4 into 10 to the power of 8. 1.5 meters of water is required depth. Duty base period is given to you as 120 days. Then what is duty? 8.64 B by delta. So, 8.64 B by delta, if I try to calculate this, .64 multiplied with B is 120 upon delta is 1.5. So, this is 691.2 hectares per meter cube, 691.2 hectares per cumex. Hectares per cumex. Nearest integer, if you want to, 691 hectares per cumex. This is how you are going to solve these type of questions. So, maximum questions. Can I purchase G Drive courses living outside India? Yeah, you can always purchase. Yeah, you can call. It's been already answered. Once this is done, there are some more questions. One of the good question I have seen in the session 2 is, there is a column over here. On the top of the column, there is a cylindrical tank. On the top of the column, there is a cylindrical tank. fine, with the water of depth h, and this one is hole of length L, one end is fixed, other end is free. So, he is asking, he has given, I think this has some 4 meters. How much amount of water is to be filled in the tank so that there will not be any buckling in the column? And here you can take one end is fixed, other end is free. So, one end is fixed, other end is free, L effective would be equals to 2L. Critical load is equals to pi square EI upon L effective square. So, that is pi square EI upon 2L whole square, pi square EI upon 4L square. This is critical load, pi square EI upon 4L square is the critical load. This load is to be taken by the weight of the water in the tank. What is the weight of the water or mass of the water, right? M into G. W is the weight of the water, that is M into G. Density multiplied with volume multiplied with G, density multiplied with area multiplied with H multiplied with G. Fine. So, rho A H G, internal diameter is given, I think pi by 4 into d square, fine, and this is pi square E I, dia of the column is also given. So, pi by 64 d to the power of 4 upon 4 L square. So, finally, H value will be, you will be getting approximately 2.71 meters, 2.71 meters. The values I do not have right now, but this is a good question given to you in the afternoon session, right. So, maximum number of questions were discussed, and whatever the questions that we have received, we have discussed those questions. If you have any doubts in any questions, if you know any questions, please share with us. And fine. Fine. Let's see if someone is coming like this. Now I am closing this session. Thank you.